Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we are going to dive into one single game-changing rule that can take your English from sounding kind of awkward to totally natural. Seriously, if you've ever felt like something was just missing from your sentences, this explainer is for you. Let's jump right in. You ever have that feeling you say something in English and you know all the words are right, the grammar seems fine, but it just sounds off, a little bit broken? It's a super common feeling, and today we're going to figure out exactly why that happens and how you can fix it forever. Okay, take a look at this classic example. Need to go home. This is a mistake that happens all the time, especially when you translate directly from languages where you don't always have to say who is doing the action. But in English, this sentence feels like it has a giant hole in it. Something absolutely crucial is missing, and we're about to find out what it is. So the solution is actually way simpler than you might think. It all comes down to a single, powerful concept that I call English's golden rule. This rule is the foundation for almost every correct sentence. And once you get it, you'll unlock the secret to building natural, fluent sentences every single time. And here it is, the golden rule. Every complete sentence in English must have a subject. I'm going to say that again, it's not optional. While in some other languages you can have a sentence that just describes a need or an action, English absolutely demands to know who or what is doing that action. This right here, this is the secret. So how do you actually use this rule? Well, from this moment on, before you speak or write a sentence, you're just going to ask yourself one simple question. Who or what is doing the action? Think of this question as your new best friend. It's the key that's going to unlock this golden rule for you every single time. All right, let's put this into practice. We'll start with the most common subjects out there, people. We're going to look at sentences that talk about what you need, what I want, and what we can do. Okay, let's fix that broken sentence from the beginning. So you're thinking need to, or maybe nada. Stop, right there. Now ask the question, who needs to? Is it me? Is it you? Is it us? Your answer to that question, that's your subject. If the answer is you, the sentence starts with you. And boom, you can see the magic happen right away. Need to study English becomes we need to study English. Need to go home becomes I need to go home. See how adding that one tiny word, the subject, instantly makes the sentence feel complete and correct? It really is that simple. Let's try another one. That phrase, would like to, or хотелось бы. Same deal. We ask the question, who would like to? Well, the answer is almost always going to be I. So you say, I would like to. And hey, if you want to sound even more natural and enthusiastic, try saying, I would love to. Now here's where it gets really interesting. This rule even applies when you're asking questions. A common way to ask for something is with a word like можно, which kind of means, is it possible? But in English, you can't just ask that question into thin air. You have to ask who it's possible for, which means, yep, you need a subject. So the most direct and common way is, can I? Can I come in? If you want to be a little more polite or formal, you can use may I? Or a really versatile one is it okay to? But notice the pattern? They all have a subject. In this case, I. Okay, let's flip this around to prohibitions, things you're not allowed to do. Let's use the word нельзя, which means something is forbidden. Often, when you state a rule like this, you're talking directly to a person. So the natural subject is you. You can't smoke here. It's direct, it's clear, and it's perfect English. Now, for an even stronger prohibition, especially one that's like a really important piece of advice, you can use mustn't. This isn't just a rule, it's a strong warning. You mustn't touch your face. And again, the subject is you because you're talking directly to that person. But what if you're stating a general official rule? One that's not for one specific person, but for everyone, like at a school or in an office. In this case, we use a totally different kind of subject. It's not allowed to be late. See that word, it? That little word is the perfect transition to our next section. So what happens when an action isn't being done by a specific person? When you're talking about general truths or the weather or just ideas. For situations like these, English has this brilliant little trick called a placeholder subject. So meet your other new best friend, the word it. When you ask your question, who or what is doing the action, and the answer is kind of nobody in particular, or just the situation in general, then your subject is almost always going to be it. It just fills that subject slot that the golden rule requires. Now, here's what's really cool. A lot of times, you actually have a choice of subject. Take the idea of stoit, meaning something is worth doing. If you're giving me direct advice, you'd use a personal subject. You should go there. But if you're just stating a general fact, you use the placeholder. It's worth trying. Both are totally correct. They just have slightly different meanings. And once you really get the hang of using it, you unlock a ton of super common, natural-sounding phrases. Just look at the pattern. It's time to go. It would be nice to travel. It's a pity that you left. It seems. All of these start with it because they're describing a general feeling or a situation, not something a specific person is doing. Here's a quick but really useful distinction. The word кажется can be translated in a couple of ways. If you're making a general observation about the world outside, you say, "It seems it's raining." But if you're just expressing your own personal guess or opinion, you use a personal subject. "I think it's raining." It's a subtle difference, but it's a powerful one. So, let's put this all together. You have just learned the most important rule for building solid English sentences, and you've seen exactly how to apply it with people, like you and me, and with that placeholder, it. Let's do a quick review of your new toolkit. One last time, because this is so important. The golden rule. Always, always, always start by identifying the subject. Before you speak, ask yourself, who or what is doing this? Is it a person, like I, you, or we? Or is it a general idea where you need that placeholder it? And here is your big takeaway. This is your cheat sheet of powerful sentence starters that already have the correct subject built in. From personal things like I need to or I feel like, to those general observations like it's worth or it's time to, this one slide right here can fix hundreds of common mistakes. So now the power is in your hands. You have the golden rule. You have the tools to use it. The only question left is this. What's the first broken sentence that you're going to fix with this new knowledge? Think about it and go start building better sentences today.